Alrighty guys, so this is a vegan take on a very traditional Chinese dish. It's pork spare ribs, black bean rice, and I'm sure that you guys have seen it in dim sum before. It's absolutely delicious. The black beans, the sauce, and the rice, they all mix together to create this amazing dish. So I wanted to show you guys how. So to start off, you're gonna probably be putting about a tablespoon of oil on the bottom of a clay pot. Now, if you're not using a clay pot, you can probably skip this step. I'm gonna pour in 1 cup of rice soaked in 1.5 cups of water, and I soaked it for about an hour before we started. So I'm just gonna put a cover on that and then start that to cook. So bring it to a boil and then turn the heat down a little bit. Meanwhile, so I have a 1/2 cup of these beefless garnish tips. You guys can choose to use like tofu, maybe some firm tofu or some jackfruit if you guys want. To that, I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of minced garlic. And then this is 2 tablespoons of, this is black beans. So we're making this recipe obviously from scratch. If you have the garlic black bean sauce, you can probably just substitute that. So 2 tablespoons of that, and I just rinsed out some of the spices. This is the bag that it comes in. It's amazingly fragrant. It has some ginger, some orange peel, different spices, and black beans, and it's all fermented and amazing. So to that, I have 1 teaspoon of sugar as well as 1/2 teaspoon of cornstarch, and then that's gonna really help thicken up the sauce later on when we pour it over the rice. So I'm just gonna add 1 tablespoon of this vegan oyster sauce, and I'll put that link down below because this guy has been really a lifesaver. And then 1 tablespoon of rice wine, followed by about a teaspoon of sesame oil to make everything nice and fragrant. So these are some chilies. You can add them now if you like spice. I'm just gonna add them at the end just for food pictures because I'm not really into anything too spicy. So you just mix that around with a fork, and then afterwards you can just put it to the side, and then we'll pour it right on over to the rice when it's about 80% done. Okay, so I'm just gonna check on the rice now, and it's still boiling, so I'm just gonna turn the heat down low up until the rice mainly absorbs most of the water. So really right around the time when it's about 80% done or so. So I just wanted to show you guys right now. It looks like it's absorbed everything, but actually there's quite a bit of liquid underneath. So this is the perfect time to add in your spare ribs. Now, usually if it was raw meat, this guy would be able to cook it and you'd finish cooking it all together. But since we're not really dealing with raw meat anyways, but this is just going to allow all of the sauces and the juices to really permeate the rice, and then for the rice to also kind of add some heat to the vegan spare ribs as well. So you're gonna just cook that for probably another like 5 to 6 minutes, and it's really all set like this. A viewer was telling me, I mean, actually I did this when I was growing up as well. If you just turn the heat down to about like medium or so and you just wait a little bit more, you're gonna get the crunchy pieces of rice down below if you're into that. But be aware because with clay pots, sometimes the rice has a tendency to burn and char as well, so just be careful with that. So I'm just putting some scallions and some red chilies on top. And again, it's really just for pictures and stuff. I personally like just the spare ribs and the beans all by themselves, but that being said, this does look a lot prettier. And there you guys go, my vegan version of this pork spare rib black bean rice. You guys are really going to love the flavor, and because we kind of cooked the pork and the rice all together at the end, you'll see that actually the sauce has permeated through most of the rice, and it's still like nice and hot and fragrant with the black beans. So I really do hope that you guys try this. As usual, if you want to see more recipes like this, remember to hit that like and subscribe button, and I will see you guys again next time. Bye!